Uh, so challenges students will face. So sometimes what happens, you go to a senior advocate's chamber, you have something in mind. You have this in mind. I've seen many students walking in and they are very, very desperate. I want an internship. What should I do? How can I do? And then they see that the same things they have done, the same strategies that they've either heard about from the seniors who got it, a PPO in a law firm is not working in a seniors chamber. So let's first see what is different here. So let's start from there and then understand, then how can you turn that challenge into an opportunity is where we'll be heading towards. The first challenge would be senior advocates are very busy and don't have time or patience to delegate work directly to the interns or to supervise them. So your direct interaction with the senior advocate is very, very limited. So that definitely comes in way of how much you can have, impress them, or any sort of direct interaction would have an impact on them, but you don't get a chance. So in that case, if you are looking forward to convert this internship opportunity into a job, it gets slightly difficult when it comes to a senior advocate's chamber. Also, your ability to learn, not just converting internship into a job, but you have gone for an internship with a senior advocate to learn from him, but you realize that you're not even getting to interact with him. Juniors are assigning you work, and then you're going to court, and in court, you're of course listening to his arguments, you're listening to other advocates' arguments. Then you, at some point, you'll be like, but then what's the difference? You feel lost. Then what's the difference? I could have done an internship in any other place, it would have felt the same. Maybe somebody else would have given me more time, then I would have learned more. So you start questioning. The first time I did an internship, I had a bunch of people around me telling me, oh, you're in first year and you've come to do an internship in Supreme Court. That's a bad idea. That was senior advocate. No, that's a very bad idea. No, don't listen to such people. That's not how it works. Because see, the opportunity you get in a seniors chamber is very different. It's not just on the CV. Of course, I get on the CV, it looks great. You should get it. Therefore, but you also, and the second point is said was it opens up pools of opportunities. Great, that's also there to convert it into a job opportunity, to get referred elsewhere. Great. But apart from that, if we just look at the learning experience, so you are, again, we'll be talking about why do an internship with a senior advocate. They will be covering it in more detail. But even if you keep that in mind, that what will I get as a matter of learning experience, then you also get to read those briefs, those high profile complex issues that the senior advocates deal with on a daily basis that you won't get elsewhere. So we'll come to that in a while. So the other challenge is that there's hierarchical distribution of work. So of course that's there even in a law firm, but how it works is you never get to present something directly to the senior advocate. That may change at times, but uh, it by and large it's there because the senior is so busy. The primary reason is because he's very busy in getting briefed, in appearing in courts, so he does not really have time to directly hear from you. At some points you will get small slots in between to speak to them, to interact with them, to share your experience with them. We'll talk about how to utilize. So hierarchical distribution of work is another problem that we see when, because of which you cannot directly learn from a senior advocate. You cannot have direct discussions, but you can definitely participate. You can sit in the same room when the discussions are going on. You can tell a junior that you want to sit during the briefing, or you want to, you can even shadow a junior. You can say that I want to learn, I want to be with you, I want to be a part of the process and see how things work. That's possible. But for that, you first need to build up a rapport and then see which junior will be more accommodative to such kind of requests. Okay. Then we come to, okay, generally very few juniors work under senior advocate, 3 to 5 juniors. So they are mostly snowed under work. So therefore, that's in the problem. The time that they can give you is also very limited because they have to work in a time-bound manner themselves. Most of the briefings happen, most of the files come in the evening, and the matters are listed in the morning. So that's the only time they get to prepare. They're there in court throughout the day, running from one court to another. They come back and again they have a briefing. Again, they have to work on the matter. Sometimes you have to work at night as well. So they really don't have so much time to sit with you. There are days when they can have. So you need to look for those kind of opportunities where you can sit and talk and discuss about a matter, or you can get work in between those windows from them. Difference in temperament and expectations of senior advocates and different junior advocates working in the chamber. So this is interesting because the it's there's something to do with age as well. So you have a senior advocate and then you have junior advocates working in the same chamber. All their temperaments are bound to be different. So what will work with the junior advocate may not work with senior advocate. So you may like certain sort of self projection may not work with a certain kind of senior advocate. So you need to understand, you need to be with them to know what is going to work, how much to speak, when to speak. So communication skills are something that are very very important in a seniors chamber, because ultimately no one is really expecting you to do a lot of work, because you're not going to work from scratch. It's all done. The brief comes, the briefing council is prepared, he's briefing you. So what more can you do? How can you contribute is a very big question that you need to understand first, even before you can contribute. You don't get to work from scratch. So this is very important, even for juniors. Sometimes juniors wonder how do we contribute, and without an understanding of it, even they can feel lost. So you don't get to work from scratch, and therefore you need to understand the expectations that people have. So sometimes they don't have any expectations. I mean, they think interns come, do internship, they go, and that's why in most seniors office you don't even have a proper structure where they are being shortlisted, etc. I mean, it doesn't matter to a senior advocate, frankly, who comes and who goes. It's fine. So such situations, how do you then show them that what you're capable of doing when actually nobody's expecting anything from you? So you don't get the next point is you don't get enough time to research and prepare notes. So as I told you, it's the briefing happens in the evening. Next morning, the matter is listed. There's just that gap you have. Then how? So even the junior doesn't have enough time. The junior is preparing notes, etc. The junior doesn't have time to even delegate it to you. So how do you then manage to contribute when such briefings happen? So one way to do it is sit in the briefing, understand everything, understand it, be in the briefing as if you are the one who is supposed to argue tomorrow. If you are the one who is supposed to argue tomorrow, then what is missing in this? Where can I get better? What is it that the briefing council has not yet covered? Is there a gap there? What will be the other side saying if I say this? Or the other side will say this point, maybe I need to work on this a bit more. And then you work on it. You work on it. Next morning, you go at 9:30 and you tell the senior advocate, you know what? This is what I thought can be done. Even if the senior has thought over it, he can appreciate it. So I think that's a good exercise you can do even during internship. Right. Difficulty in understanding what is expected from you. I told you that. I told you that actually nobody is expecting anything from you, but this is what you can do. And that's mostly because of the time constraint. So if something is listed tomorrow morning, obviously this evening, even if an intern is sitting in a briefing, I won't expect the intern to do anything overnight. But if you can still show up with a case, if you can still show up with an argument, then of course you have the brownie points. Nobody can take it from you.